Subscribe to my channel Making Impossible and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any one of my upcoming videos.
Yo, what's up friends, I'm Sholazari and welcome back to Making Impossible, the channel that teaches you how to make the impossible and be the smartest person in the room. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do the Herman pass. Now, if you're a professional magician, you obviously know how to do the Herman pass, and if you are a beginner, you might not know how to do the Herman pass. And this tutorial is for both the beginners as well as the professional magician, because the first part of the video will be covering up the basics of the Herman pass, how to do the Herman pass, what you should do to actually do the Herman pass, and the second part of this video will be on how to make that Herman pass fluent. I'm going to be showing you my variation of doing that, not variation, actually my handling, and this will actually make that Herman pass look very smooth. Because if you already know the Herman pass, you should also know that Herman pass is one of those knacky moves that you don't want to do, that you won't want to do if you are actually doing card magic somewhere, because you know that some people thinks that that move is actually very much visible to spectators' eye, but it's actually not if you do it correctly. And I'm also going to guide you when to do the Herman pass and when not to do the Herman pass, so that you can know when you're actually going to do the Herman pass. It's not about your environment, it's all about the position of the card that you're going to control. So without any further ado, let's start our today's video.
This week's Instagram feature goes to Dr. Magician. Follow him on Instagram, link is given in the video description. I'll feature one lucky Instagram user every Monday in my Smack That Monday episodes. If you want your Instagram profile or page to be featured in my next Smack That Monday episode, follow the simple steps that are given in the video description. So now, let's continue.
Okay guys, this is the tutorial for the Herman pass, and I'm actually going to use a red card so that you can understand the move entirely, okay? And this is actually the reference card which I'm actually going to control. And before beginning the tutorial, first of all, let's discuss what is pass. Pass is a move in which you actually control a single playing card. But in order to control that single playing card, you're actually controlling a block of playing cards, okay? For example, like this. If you're going to control this playing card to the top of the deck, you're not going to just control this playing card to the top of the deck. You're just going to exchange the blocks just like this. And in Herman pass, what you're going to do is, you're not going to pull down the top packet to the bottom. You're going to just push the bottom packet to the top of the deck under the cover of this hand. And that is what the Herman pass actually is. So, first of all, to start off with the Herman pass, you need to be in the mechanics grip, which is like this, okay? And afterwards, when you are in the mechanics grip, what you're going to do is, you're going to just spread the deck up to the point where your spectator touches a playing card. For example, let's say your spectator touches this card, okay? And what you're going to do at this point is, you're just going to, if you want to control this card to the top, then you're going to keep a break over here and then keep the rest of the cards on top of the break just like this. Or if you are going to control this card to the bottom of the deck, then what you're going to do is, you're going to just take this card, put it over here, then take a break and then put this card and along with all the other cards on the top of the break, okay, just like this. Now what you're going to do at this point is to control the playing card. For example, let's say I'm going to control the playing card to the top of the deck. So right now it is over here. I'm going to take a break and then I'm going to keep all the other cards on top of it, and then I'm actually going to come over here, grab the deck just like this, okay, in a Biddle Grip. The Biddle Grip looks like this, and under this cover, what you're going to do is, you're just going to stretch down this pinky finger just like this, and as you do that, the cards will actually turn perpendicular to your hand, okay? And you're just going to hold the top packet, and with the bottom packet you're actually going to do that stretch out move, okay? You're going to just stretch them out, and then you're going to drop the top packet, and under the cover of this hand you're just going to just place the bottom packet on top of it. Okay, so if I'm going to do the actual and the basic version of the Herman pass, it will look like this. So let's say that card is over here, and if I do a normal Harmon pass, it will actually look like this. Okay, so you control that card, but I actually have a variation, and you have also seen that in the performance, and I'm also going to teach you that, but after teaching all the basics of this Harmon pass. Okay, so that's how you actually control the card to the top of the deck. Okay, so let's say your spectator touches the card over here, and you want to control this card to the bottom of the deck. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to take this card to this packet, then keep a break, and then you're actually going to do the Herman pass. Okay, so what that happens is this card actually goes to the bottom of the deck, since this is actually changing the blocks. Okay, so if you have the, so this is the idea, if you have that card on the bottom of the top packet, then it is going to the bottom of the deck. But if you have this card on the top of the bottom packet, then it is actually going to be on the top of the deck. Okay, so that is the Herman pass. Now if you want to do it the way I do, that is if you want to do the handling that I do, in which the Herman pass is actually very much unique, and it's also not that much angle sensitive, but if your spectators are actually standing in front of you, and you should do that at waist level, and if you are actually sitting, then you can also just put your hands down over here. Okay, I'm actually going out of the camera, but you can actually get your hands down over here to do the Harmon pass. And if you actually practice this move in front of a mirror, you will know where to actually keep your hand. Okay, and so that was the basic Harmon pass, and now this is the variation that I use. This is my handling of doing the pass. Okay, so let's say your spectator selects this card, which is somewhere in the middle. Okay, so if I go like this, and suppose the spectator touches this card, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to control this to the top, and to control this to the top, I'm actually going to place all of these cards here, and I'm also going to place all the other fingers here, so that it's easier for me to do this pass very quickly. Okay, and in a very subtle way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these cards, I'm going to slide it on top of all of these fingers, and then I'm actually going to come over here. I won't leave the top packet entirely, and then the entire top packet is touching this side of my hand. Okay, the entire top packet is actually touching over here, and you're also doing that same move, that pulling out, and you're going to touch this hand with this side of the bottom packet. Okay, so the bottom packets, this side is going to touch this side of your hand, just like this, and you are right now in the correct position. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to drop the top packet on top of on the bottom of the bottom packet, and then what you're going to do is you're actually going to, you also need to keep your fingers closed, and as you drop this packet on top of it, you're opening up your fingers, and that is how the illusion is created. Because since you're opening up your fingers, the spectators won't actually suspect anything, that there is something happening under the fingers. But the thing is, everything is happening under the fingers, and opening of the fingers is actually the motion in which you are covering your Herman pass. Since this packet is going to drop down, and if you open the fingers at the same time, then this drop down won't be visible. So here is it. Okay, so if I go like this, and here is the red card, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take it, and I'm actually going to drop like this. Okay, and not only I'm just dropping it on the top of the deck, I'm also doing like this. Okay, so if you eliminate this card, and if you do this move with the deck, just like this, it looks like that you're trying to flourish the card, and that is what I have utilized. So suppose this card is somewhere over here, and I'm going to do that move. I'm doing that move, I'm dropping it, and immediately I'm using my middle finger to stretch this out. So that motion will actually hide the dropping, and if your cards aren't squared up, if you do like this, it will look like that you just pulled the cards upside, and for that reason the cards are not squared up. So both of those moves justifies this actual movement, okay? So if you're actually opening up your fingers and you're grabbing the deck, that means you are going to square the deck up, but you're actually doing is you're dropping this, right? And if you drop this unsquared, what the spectators are going to think is that you have done something that's very much fishy. So the second move that is going to actually cover up this move, which is this one, okay? So I told you this move, so you're going to do that move just after dropping this, okay? Just after dropping this top packet under from this hand, you're just going to do that move, okay? And that is actually going to hide everything. It is going to hide every single movement of your hand, and it would justify each and every one of the movements that you made with your hand, and you can just control your card to whatever position you like. And the last thing that I'm going to discuss with you is when to do the Herman pass. Now you know that the Herman pass is not the best pass out there, because in this pass in this card controlling, the card that you're going to control, it's very much fishy, it's also very much knacky, and it might be visible to your spectators if you're not very much confident with your move. So people don't try to do the Herman pass, but Herman pass is also necessary for those moves in which your spectator selection is near about at the bottom of the deck where you're going to control it from, okay? So if your card is over here, I won't do the Herman pass, or if your card is at the center, I'm not going to do the Herman pass. But if your card is near at the bottom of the deck, I'm going to do the Herman pass, because this would be very much easy to do, since there will be a less amount of cards to control to the top, and since in Herman pass you're pushing the top packet to the bottom, so I will prefer to do Herman pass only when the spectator selection is near about at the bottom of the deck. So that is the time I'm going to do the Herman pass, and that's the entire tutorial, and that's where you're going to do the Herman pass, okay? And one more thing is, while you're going to do my version or any version of Herman pass, you are just going to turn this side while controlling the card, otherwise they might get a flash of what is happening under this hand, okay? So for example, let's say the card is actually right now in this position and the spectator touches that card. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to control that playing card by just turning my body and my hands towards this position, and I'm not going to turn too much. I'm going to turn just like this, so that the spectator's point of view is just the camera point of view, okay? And then I'm going to just do that move, okay? That dropping and that pull up move, okay? And that's how I'm actually going to do that Herman pass. So that was my move. You can also use this same movement and same technique with the basic Herman pass. So beginners, I would first recommend you to go and do the beginners or the basic part of the Herman pass, then you actually do the advanced part, that is my handling. And if professionals are also watching this, then this can be a changing point of your way of doing the Herman pass, because it's a very easy pass when you just do it like me, okay? And it's very fluent, it's very subtle, and nobody is going to know what you're actually going to do. So that's it for today's tutorial, and make sure you hit the like button. Okay guys, so that was the entire tutorial on the Herman pass, the basics as well as my handling of it. And if you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @chol_zari. And if you have any questions, use the comment section for that. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, what the are you doing, bro? Make sure you smash the subscribe button and turn on the post notifications so that you don't miss my upcoming videos and my future Smack That Monday episodes. Peace.